Every month, like clockwork, your hormones set a trap. One moment you're fine, the next you're elbow deep in a bag of chips or craving chocolate like it's oxygen. But here's the truth. Your cravings aren't random, and they're not about willpower. They're your hormones talking. Estrogen, progesterone, and serotonin are pulling the strings, quietly rewiring your appetite and pushing you towards sugar, salt, and comfort foods. The good news? You don't have to be a victim of that hormonal roller coaster. With the right hacks, you can work with your hormones instead of against them, balancing blood sugar, topping up key nutrients, and prepping smarter snack swaps so cravings don't control you. Imagine breezing through your cycle without binging on junk, feeling balanced, satisfied, and in charge. Because the real secret isn't about cutting out cravings. It's about hacking your hormones so they never get the chance to hijack you in the first place. Why you crave junk before your period. Picture this, it's the week before your period, and suddenly your healthy eating plan feels like a joke. The salad you prepped tastes boring, your energy dips by mid-afternoon, and all you can think about is chocolate, fries, or a bag of chips you swore you wouldn't touch. You fight it, you resist, but eventually, you give in. And then the guilt sets in. Sound familiar? You're not alone. Up to 80% of women experience food cravings before or during their period, and most of them are for sweet, salty, or fatty foods. But here's the thing, it's not a lack of discipline. It's your hormones. Nash, the hormonal roller coaster. Your menstrual cycle is divided into 4 phases: follicular, ovulation, luteal, and menstrual. The most notorious for cravings? The luteal phase, the 10 to 14 days after ovulation leading up to your period. Here's what's happening inside your body. Estrogen drops sharply. Estrogen is like a mood stabilizer. When it falls, your emotional resilience drops too. Suddenly, little things feel bigger and comfort foods look more tempting. Progesterone rises. This hormone slows digestion and increases your appetite. You're not imagining it. You really are hungrier. Serotonin dips. Estrogen influences serotonin, your feel-good neurotransmitter. Lower serotonin equals low mood, irritability, and intense cravings for sugar, since sugar gives a quick serotonin hit. Blood sugar instability. With hormonal shifts, your body processes carbs differently. This leads to dips in blood sugar that make you crave quick, easy energy, usually junk food. Mineral depletion. Magnesium and iron often dip before your period. That I need chocolate now urge, often your body crying out for magnesium. That sudden craving for red meat or salty chips, iron and sodium balance at play. Why junk food feels irresistible? Here's the sneaky truth. Your body knows what will give it the fastest relief. Sugar and refined carbs give your brain a serotonin surge. Salty snacks help with water balance and mineral shifts. Fatty, creamy foods release dopamine, another pleasure chemical. The problem? The relief is short-lived. You feel good for maybe 30 to 60 minutes, then the crash hits. Blood sugar plummets, mood worsens, and cravings intensify. It becomes a cycle. Crave, eat junk, crash, crave again. Shash, reframing the craving. Instead of blaming yourself, here's the perspective shift. A craving is not weakness. A craving is a biological signal, your body asking for comfort, balance, or nutrients. Once you learn how to decode the signal, you can respond differently. Instead of giving it the junk that keeps you stuck, you can feed it with foods and habits that actually solve the root issue. The hormone hacking strategy, long form. You've learned that cravings aren't about willpower, they're about hormones, chemistry, and biology. Now it's time to flip the script and outsmart your cycle. The goal isn't to fight cravings head on, that almost always fails. Instead, you prepare your body, balance your hormones, and build resilience so the cravings are weaker, shorter, and easier to manage. This is your hormone hacking strategy. 6 pillars that target the root causes of period cravings. Pillar 1, balance your blood sugar. When your blood sugar rises too quickly, think donuts, chips, soda, your body releases a flood of insulin to pull that sugar out of your bloodstream. The problem? Insulin often overcorrects, which means your blood sugar crashes. And when it crashes, your brain thinks you're in danger of running out of energy, so it screams at you to eat more sugar. This is why cravings feel urgent. It's not just in your head, it's survival wiring. How to hack it. Start meals with protein and fat. These slow digestion, keeping your blood sugar steady. Add fiber. Think leafy greens, chia seeds, oats, beans. Fiber keeps you fuller longer. Avoid naked carbs. A slice of bread on its own spikes blood sugar. Add nut butter or cheese and suddenly it digests slower. Don't skip meals. Skipping leads to low blood sugar, which magnifies cravings later. Example swap. Instead of grabbing a chocolate croissant and coffee for breakfast, try Greek yogurt with berries, a drizzle of honey, and a sprinkle of chia seeds. You still get sweetness, but with protein, fat, and fiber to keep your energy stable. Pillar 2. Top up the nutrients your body craves. Your body isn't weak for craving chocolate or fries. It's trying to correct deficiencies. The luteal phase, the 10 to 14 days before your period, is nutrient demanding, and if your stores are low, cravings intensify. Magnesium. Chocolate cravings often mean your body wants magnesium. It helps regulate mood, relax muscles, and balance blood sugar. Sources: pumpkin seeds, spinach, almonds, cashews, 70% plus dark chocolate. Iron. Low iron equals fatigue and an odd pull toward red meat or salty foods. Sources: lean beef, lentils, spinach, fortified cereals, beans. B vitamins, crucial for energy, metabolism, and nervous system health. Without them, cravings for quick carbs skyrocket. Sources: eggs, oats, avocado, leafy greens, nutritional yeast. Omega-3 fatty acids, reduce PMS-related inflammation and improve mood. Sources: salmon, sardines, chia seeds, flax seeds, walnuts. Hack it. Build your meals around these nutrients during your luteal phase so your body gets what it needs before it sends out craving signals. Pillar 3. Upgrade the craving instead of fighting it. Here's the secret. Cravings usually don't go away if you just ignore them. Fighting them builds frustration and usually leads to overeating later. Instead, redirect the craving. Give your body a healthier version that satisfies both biology and psychology. Craving chocolate. Have a square of 70% dark chocolate or make a cacao smoothie with banana, nut butter, and almond milk. Craving salty crunch. Try roasted chickpeas, salted edamame, or air-popped popcorn with olive oil and sea salt. Craving ice cream. Blend frozen bananas with almond milk, nice cream, or go for Greek yogurt with fruit. Craving fries. Bake sweet potato wedges with olive oil and sea salt. They hit the spot without the trans fats. Hack it. Instead of saying no, say, how can I make this smarter? The craving is satisfied, but without the crash. Pillar 4. Support mood and serotonin naturally. Low serotonin is one of the biggest drivers of PMS cravings. Sugar gives a quick serotonin boost, which is why the pull feels so strong. But you can raise serotonin in ways that don't wreck your blood sugar. Sunlight exposure. Morning light helps regulate serotonin and melatonin balance. Gentle exercise. Walking, yoga, and Pilates boost endorphins and regulate cortisol. Studies show even 20 minutes can reduce PMS cravings. Sleep. Lack of sleep increases ghrelin, the hunger hormone, and decreases leptin, the fullness hormone. Translation? Less sleep was more cravings. Serotonin-friendly foods. Bananas, oats, turkey, seeds, and chickpeas support natural serotonin production. Hack it. Build a serotonin routine into your luteal phase. Morning sunlight plus 20 minutes of gentle movement, magnesium-rich snack equals fewer cravings and mood swings. Pillar 5. Hydration and herbal helpers. Dehydration often disguises itself as hunger or cravings. Add in PMS bloating and the signals get confusing. Staying hydrated helps regulate appetite and energy. Water. Aim for 2 to 2.5 liters per day. If plain water feels boring, infuse with cucumber, lemon, or mint. Herbal teas. Peppermint calms digestion, chamomile reduces stress, ginger helps with bloating and nausea. Electrolytes. If you're craving salty foods, sometimes your sodium-potassium balance is off. A natural electrolyte drink, coconut water, pinch of salt, can help. And Pillar 6. Use the timing trick. The truth? Cravings aren't equally strong throughout the month. They peak in a predictable window, 3 to 5 days before your period. This is your danger zone. Hack it. Prep in advance. Stock healthy swaps before that window starts. If you wait until cravings hit, your brain will go for the fastest option, junk food. Plan balanced meals. This is not the time for restrictive diets or skipping meals. Those will backfire. Listen to your body. Hunger cues are heightened here. Honor them, but respond with balanced choices. The emotional side of cravings, long form. When people talk about period cravings, they usually focus on biology, hormones, blood sugar, serotonin. And yes, that's a huge part of the story, but there's another force at work that's just as powerful: your emotions. Food isn't only fuel, it's memory, comfort, reward, even escape. That's why, during PMS, cravings often hit in the form of very specific foods. The exact chocolate bar you loved as a kid, your favorite brand of chips, or your go-to fast food meal. These cravings are loaded with emotional meaning. Before your period, your body is already under stress. Hormones dip, mood is unstable, energy drops. And when emotions rise, food becomes one of the easiest, fastest ways to self-soothe. Ash, why PMS emotions amplify cravings? Your brain is not only responding to hormones, but also to feelings. Stress, cortisol surge. Cortisol is the stress hormone. When it spikes, your body craves quick energy, usually sugar or carbs, to prepare for a fight or flight response. That's why stressful days before your period almost always end with comfort food. Mood swings, reward seeking. As serotonin dips, your brain searches for anything that brings a burst of happiness. Junk food triggers dopamine, the reward chemical, which explains why you feel a quick high after eating chocolate or chips. Loneliness, irritability, sadness, distraction. Eating. Food can act as a buffer, giving temporary relief from emotions that feel overwhelming. Eating becomes less about hunger and more about numbing or distracting yourself. Fatigue. Energy seeking. When PMS makes you tired, your brain wants the fastest source of energy, sugar. But what you actually need is rest, not candy. The emotional layer means cravings are not just physical, they're psychological, which is why simply saying don't eat it almost never works. How to hack emotional cravings. Instead of fighting cravings with sheer willpower, you need to unhook the emotion from the food. That way, you can still meet the need, but in ways that don't leave you trapped in guilt. Master 1, build your comfort toolbox. Ask yourself, what do I actually want when I crave food? Most of the time, it's comfort, warmth, or release. Food is one option, but it shouldn't be the only one. Create a toolbox of non-food comforts, a warm bath or hot shower, using a heating pad on your belly or back, cozying up under a weighted blanket, drinking herbal tea in your favorite mug, journaling to unload frustrations, a short nap, calling or texting a supportive friend, watching a comfort show, or reading a familiar book. When the craving hits, pause and ask, am I hungry or am I seeking comfort? If it's comfort, go to your toolbox first. Kashnar 2, the 10-minute rule. Cravings feel urgent, but they're often fleeting. Before you grab the bag of cookies, pause for 10 minutes. During those 10 minutes, do something from your toolbox. Stretch, sip water, take a short walk, or even just breathe deeply. If the craving fades, it was emotional. If it sticks, you might actually be hungry. And in that case, honor it with a balanced choice. 3. Soothe stress to soothe cravings. Since cortisol drives cravings, lowering stress naturally reduces them. This is where lifestyle shifts pay off. Breathing practices. Try 4-7-8 breathing. Inhale for 4, hold for 7, exhale for 8. Gentle yoga or stretching, just 10 to 15 minutes before bed, can calm nerves and improve sleep. Meditation or mindfulness. Even 5 minutes helps you detach from stress-driven hunger. Protect your energy. During PMS week, say no more often. Don't overload yourself. Extra stress will fuel cravings. Hammer 4. Mindful eating instead of mindless eating. If you do eat the food you're craving, do it with full attention. Sit down at a table. Take a small portion, put it in a bowl. Don't eat straight from the bag. Notice the taste, texture, and smell. Eat slowly and savor each bite. Mindful eating shifts food from being a guilty binge to an intentional experience. You'll enjoy it more and often need less to feel satisfied. Manner 5. Reframe guilt. One of the most toxic cycles is craving, eating, guilt, more stress, more cravings. Guilt is actually worse for your hormones than the food itself. It raises cortisol, which leads to even more cravings. The truth is, one cookie never ruins your health. It's the shame spiral afterward that does the real damage. Instead of thinking, I messed up, I'm weak, try, I listened to my body. Next meal, I'll give it what it truly needs. This mindset shifts you from punishment into self-compassion, which lowers stress and naturally reduces cravings long-term. The big picture. Cravings aren't only chemical signals from your hormones, they're also emotional messages. Sometimes your body is asking for magnesium, but sometimes it's asking for comfort, release, or rest. When you learn to separate emotional hunger from physical hunger, You take back control. Food can still be comforting, but it no longer becomes the only option. Closing part 3 line, your hormones may spark the cravings, but your emotions pour gasoline on the fire. By soothing stress, building comfort rituals, and removing guilt, you take away the emotional power food holds over you and step into control with compassion instead of willpower. Building your pre-period ritual, long form. By now, you understand that cravings are predictable. They're not random attacks of weakness, but the result of hormonal shifts and emotional triggers that peak before your period. That predictability is actually your greatest advantage. If you know cravings are coming, you can build a ritual, a system of daily habits that prepares your body and mind before the cravings hit full force. Think of it like this. You wouldn't wait until a storm was overhead to start boarding up your windows. You prepare beforehand, so you're protected. Your pre-period ritual is that protection. When to start? Timing is everything. Your cycle has 4 phases, but the luteal phase, 10 to 14 days before your period, is the one that sets the stage for cravings. The closer you get to your period, the stronger they feel. Most women notice cravings peak around 3 to 5 days before bleeding begins, the exact window when hormones crash. The ritual works best when you start early. Begin about 7 days before your period, or as soon as you feel the first emotional or physical PMS signs. That way, your body is already supported, your blood sugar is stable, and your stress levels are lower by the time cravings usually appear. Morning ritual. Start steady, stay steady. The way you begin your day sets the tone for the next 12 hours. A blood sugar spike at breakfast leads to a roller coaster all day. Stressful mornings create cravings by afternoon. Your morning ritual should anchor you in hydration, protein, light, and calm. 1. Hydrate first thing. Why? Overnight, you lose water through breathing and sweating. Dehydration makes your brain misread signals as hunger. Ritual. Drink a tall glass of water within 10 minutes of waking. Add a squeeze of lemon or a pinch of sea salt for electrolytes. 2. Eat a protein-rich breakfast. Why? Protein slows digestion and keeps blood sugar stable. High-carb breakfasts, toast, cereal, pastries cause quick spikes and crashes. Ritual. Eggs with avocado, Greek yogurt with chia and berries, or a protein smoothie with nut butter and spinach. 3. Get 10 minutes of sunlight. Why? Morning light resets your circadian rhythm, balances serotonin, mood booster, and improves melatonin production at night. Ritual. Step outside while sipping your water or coffee. No sunglasses, no phone, just natural light. 4. Gentle morning movement. Light exercise releases endorphins without spiking cortisol. It's a natural antidepressant and craving reducer. Ritual. A 15-minute yoga flow, stretching, or a walk around your block. Midday ritual. Guard against the crash. By midday, your hormones are fluctuating and stress from the day is building. This is when cravings sneak in if you're not prepared. 1. Eat a balanced lunch. Why? Lunch is your chance to set up stable energy for the afternoon. Skip it, and you'll almost guarantee 3 p.m. junk cravings. Ritual. Base your meal on protein, salmon, chicken, tofu, beans. Add complex carbs, quinoa, lentils, sweet potato, and healthy fats, avocado, olive oil. 2. Magnesium boost. Why? Magnesium helps with muscle relaxation, mood regulation, and blood sugar balance. Chocolate cravings often signal deficiency. Ritual. Add pumpkin seeds to your salad, snack on almonds, or stir spinach into your lunch. 3. Take a mindful pause. Why? Stress fuels emotional eating. Taking 5 minutes to reset prevents stress-driven cravings. Ritual. After lunch, step away from your phone and desk. Breathe, journal, or simply close your eyes and check in with your body. Evening ritual. Soothe, nourish, reset. Evenings are prime craving hours. You're tired, your willpower is lower, and your body is looking for quick comfort. That's why your evening ritual should be designed to calm, comfort, and close the day gently. 1. Dinner. That grounds you. Why? Skipping or skimping on dinner makes nighttime cravings unavoidable. A nutrient-rich meal helps your body prepare for hormone shifts. Ritual. Pair iron-rich foods, lentils, beans, lean meat, with complex carbs, sweet potatoes, brown rice, and healthy fats, olive oil, nuts. This combo supports energy, mood, and sleep. 2. Swap snacks for tea. Why? Herbal teas hydrate, soothe bloating, and relax your nervous system. Late-night snacking often comes from thirst or stress. Ritual, chamomile for calm, peppermint for digestion, or ginger for PMS bloating. Make it part of your wind down routine. 3. Digital sunset. Why? Blue light from screens disrupts melatonin production, leading to poor sleep. Poor sleep, higher ghrelin, hunger hormone, stronger cravings tomorrow. Ritual, turn down lights and screens at least 1 hour before bed. If you must use devices, use blue light filters. 4. Stretch or breathe before sleep. Why? Gentle stretching or breathwork signals safety to your nervous system, lowers cortisol, and improves sleep quality. Ritual, a 5-minute yoga sequence or 4-7-8 breathing. Inhale 4, hold 7, exhale 8. Emotional layer. Comfort without food. A pre-period ritual isn't just about food and sleep, it's also about emotional self-care. PMS makes you more sensitive, so you need built-in comfort practices that don't involve eating. Examples: journaling 1 page of mental clutter before bed, using a heating pad on your belly while reading, lighting a candle or diffusing lavender oil in the evening, curling up under a weighted blanket to calm anxiety. These aren't indulgences. They're tools that keep you emotionally steady when your hormones dip. The payoff of a pre-period ritual. When you build a ritual that combines hydration, nutrition, light, movement, rest, and emotional comfort, you create a protective shield. Instead of being pulled into cravings and guilt, you glide through your luteal phase with steadiness. Blood sugar stays stable, less urgent junk food hunger. Serotonin dips are softened, fewer mood-driven binges. Comfort needs are met, less emotional eating. Better sleep, lower cravings the next day. Your pre-period ritual turns the hardest part of your cycle into something predictable, manageable, and even empowering. Closing part 4 line. Your ritual isn't about perfection. It's about protection. When you hydrate, nourish, move, rest, and soothe yourself before your period, you step into your cycle as the leader, not the follower. The food and snack blueprint. Outsmarting period cravings. Cravings are not about lack of willpower. They're about biology plus psychology. When your hormones shift in the days before your period, serotonin drops, progesterone and estrogen fluctuate, and blood sugar becomes less stable. Together, this creates the perfect storm. You're tired, moody, and suddenly chocolate or chips feel like salvation. But here's the truth. You don't have to resist cravings. You just have to redirect them. By giving your body foods that satisfy both the emotional comfort and the nutritional need, cravings stop being an enemy and become a signal you can listen to. Below is your long-form craving blueprint, breaking down why each craving happens, what it really means, and exactly how to outsmart it with smart swaps that still feel indulgent. Number 1. Sweet cravings. Chocolate, cake, candy. Why it happens. Estrogen drops before your period, lowering serotonin, your feel-good chemical. Magnesium levels fall, which your brain translates into, I want chocolate. Blood sugar dips can make you crave quick sugar hits. The problem with junk sweets, they spike blood sugar, give you a dopamine rush, then leave you even hungrier and crankier when the crash comes. Smart swaps that still feel like dessert. Dark chocolate, 70% plus, with almonds or walnuts, rich, satisfying, magnesium-loaded, and balanced with healthy fats. Greek yogurt parfait. Layer yogurt with berries, cinnamon, and a drizzle of honey. Creamy, sweet, but high in protein to keep you steady. Energy bites. Blend oats, nut butter, cocoa powder, and a touch of honey. Roll into balls and store in the fridge for a quick fix. Frozen banana bites. Dip banana slices in melted dark chocolate, freeze, and enjoy when the craving strikes. Bonus hack. Pair sweet snacks with protein or fat like nuts, yogurt, or nut butter. This slows digestion, preventing the sugar crash that triggers more cravings. Number 2. Salty cravings. Chips, fries, savory snacks. Why it happens. Hormonal changes affect fluid retention. Your body seeks sodium to balance electrolytes. Stress raises cortisol, which can increase the desire for crunchy, salty comfort foods. The problem with junk, salty foods. Fried chips and processed snacks dehydrate you further and leave you feeling bloated. Smart swaps. Roasted chickpeas. Crunchy, salty, protein-packed. Season with garlic, paprika, or sea salt. Air-popped popcorn. Tossed with olive oil and a sprinkle of Himalayan salt. High in fiber, low in calories. Sweet potato fries. Bake with olive oil, sprinkle with sea salt plus chili flakes. Comfort food with potassium and slow carbs. Seaweed snacks. Mineral-rich, salty, crunchy, and surprisingly satisfying. Bonus hack, hydrate with electrolytes. Coconut water, lemon water with a pinch of salt, or leafy greens. Often, salty cravings are actually your body asking for hydration. Number 3, carb cravings, bread, pasta, pizza. Why it happens. Low serotonin drives your body to crave quick carb hits, since carbs boost serotonin production. Blood sugar instability during PMS makes you want dense comfort foods. The problem with refined carbs. White bread, pizza, and pastries give you quick comfort but then leave you sluggish, hungrier, and moodier. Smart swaps. Whole grain toast with avocado egg, creamy, satisfying, protein-rich. Chickpea pasta or quinoa pasta. Tastes like pasta, but with more proteins, fiber to keep you satisfied longer. Mini whole wheat pita pizzas. Add tomato sauce, mozzarella, and veggies. Same pizza vibes, way more balanced. Oats with chia berries. Warm, comforting, sweet, savory carb that stabilizes blood sugar. Bonus hack. Always combine carbs with protein. Example, bread, add nut butter or eggs. Pasta, add lentils, beans, or chicken. Pizza, top with veggies and protein. Protein is your PMS craving shield. Number 4, protein and iron cravings. Burgers, red meat, hearty meals. Why it happens. Iron levels often dip before menstruation. Your body may send signals for heavy, greasy meals to replenish nutrients and energy. The problem with fast food, burgers, fried meats, or greasy takeout overload you with unhealthy fats, leaving you more fatigued. Smart swaps, turkey or chicken burgers, juicy, lighter on the stomach, but still hearty. Lentil or black bean tacos, plant-based protein plus iron, fiber. Beef or tofu stir-fry with veggies, quick, flavorful, iron-rich, and packed with micronutrients. Egg plus spinach omelet, eggs provide proteins, iron. Spinach provides more irons, magnesium. Bonus hack, pair iron with vitamin C, citrus, bell peppers, tomatoes, for better absorption. Example, squeeze lemon over stir-fry or tacos. Nashtar 5, comfort cravings. Warm, creamy, cozy foods. Why it happens. Emotional comfort seeking. PMS brings mood swings, anxiety, and stress. Warm foods signal safety to the brain and calm the nervous system. The problem with emotional eating. If you grab creamy pasta, ice cream, or heavy comfort foods, you end up bloated, sluggish, and more emotional. Smart swaps. Golden milk latte, turmeric latte. Warm almond milk, turmeric, cinnamon, honey. Anti-inflammatory, soothing, and grounding. Oatmeal with chia nut butter. Cozy, filling, balances hormones. Vegetable or miso soup, hydrating, warming, and calming. Herbal tea ritual, peppermint for bloating, chamomile for calm, ginger for cramps. Bonus hack, if you're craving warmth, it's often not about food, but about comfort. Try a heating pad, hot shower, or weighted blanket alongside your warm meal or drink. Your PMS snack survival kit. Stock these in advance. When cravings strike, you reach for what's closest. That's why you need a pre-period pantry that sets you up for success. Stock these. Nuts and seeds, almonds, pumpkin seeds, walnuts, protein plus magnesium. Dark chocolate squares, high quality, not candy bars. Nut butter, for pairing with fruit or rice cakes. Hummus and veggie sticks, crunchy, savory without the junk. Popcorn kernels, for quick, healthy snack prep. Rice cakes, topped with avocado or nut butter. Herbal teas, peppermint, chamomile, ginger, rooibos. The big shift. Cravings are clues, not enemies. Every craving has a root: low magnesium, unstable blood sugar, dropping serotonin, or emotional comfort needs. When you understand this, you stop fighting your body and start feeding it smarter. The result? You still get to enjoy food that feels indulgent, but instead of bloating, guilt, and crashes, you end up nourished, stable, and satisfied. Closing part 5 line, long form. Cravings are your body whispering what it needs. If you listen and answer wisely, with chocolate that heals, carbs that comfort without crashing, salty snacks that hydrate, and warm meals that soothe, you turn cravings into allies. Instead of dreading them, you'll feel empowered, nourished, and completely in control. The mindset reset, rewiring your brain around cravings. Food cravings during your period aren't just about biology. They're about psychology. Hormones may pull the strings, but your brain decides how you respond. If you see cravings as a battle you always lose, you'll stay stuck in the guilt craving overeat cycle. But if you flip the script and use cravings as signals, you'll reclaim control and build a healthier relationship with food and with your body. This part is about shifting your mindset so cravings stop feeling like an attack and start feeling like a conversation with your body. 1. Cravings are data, not weakness. The first step is reframing. Most of us think, open quote, I'm craving chips. Why do I have no discipline? Close quote. But cravings are information. They're your body's way of saying, I'm low on magnesium. I need stable blood sugar. I need comfort and calm. When you view cravings this way, guilt disappears. Instead of beating yourself up, you get curious. Curiosity creates control. Mindset shift affirmation. I'm not weak for craving. My body is talking and I'm smart enough to listen. Number 2, break the craving guilt cycle. The biggest damage isn't the snack itself. It's the shame spiral that follows. You crave, you give in, you feel guilty, stress rises, you crave more, repeat. To break this cycle, 1, remove morality from food. No food is bad or forbidden. Food is fuel or comfort, sometimes both. 2, plan for treats. If you decide ahead that you'll have 2 squares of dark chocolate or a homemade cookie, it stops being a binge. 3, use the crowd out method. Instead of forbidding chips, eat a balanced snack first, yogurt plus nuts or hummus veggies. Then if you still want chips, have a small portion. You'll naturally want less. Mantra, I don't restrict, I redirect. Number 3, the 5-minute pause technique. Cravings feel urgent, but most cravings only last 3 to 5 minutes before fading. This is your power window. The pause hack. When a craving hits, don't say yes or no immediately. Drink water, make tea, stretch, or do a quick breathing exercise. After 5 minutes, ask, do I still want this? Or was it stress, tiredness, thirst? Often the craving fades, or at least becomes manageable. Mindset trick. Keep a list of pause activities on your phone. Walk, journal, dance to a song, call a friend. You're not denying the craving, just delaying it long enough to weaken its grip. Number 4, anchor cravings to positive habits. Cravings can become cues for better habits if you train your brain. This is called habit anchoring. Chocolate craving. Okay, time for my magnesium-rich dark chocolate plus almonds. Salty craving. That's my cue to drink coconut water or eat roasted chickpeas. Comfort craving. This means I need warmth, tea plus heating pad. By pairing cravings with rituals, you condition your brain to respond differently. Over time, reaching for better options becomes automatic. Hack. Make your environment work for you. Keep prepped healthy snacks visible and junk hidden. Your brain always takes the easiest option. Number 5, build a cravings journal. Knowledge equals power. For 1 to 2 cycles, keep a simple cravings log. Time of day, what you craved, how you felt, tired, stressed, anxious, bored, lonely, what you ate instead. Patterns emerge fast, you'll notice. Afternoon sugar cravings often equal low lunch protein. Evening salty cravings equals stress release. Late night carb cravings equals sleep deprivation. Once you know your personal craving triggers, you can plan ahead instead of being ambushed. Bonus, seeing progress on paper makes you feel in control, turning cravings from chaos into a predictable, solvable pattern. Number 6, self-compassion is the real hack. The truth, you will sometimes eat the chocolate bar or grab the fries. That doesn't erase your progress. One snack does not define your health. Instead of spiraling into guilt, practice self-compassion. Acknowledge the craving, acknowledge the choice, release judgment, and move on. Your body is already under stress during PMS. The last thing it needs is emotional punishment. Compassion reframe. I gave my body comfort. Next snack, I'll give it balance. Line. The ultimate craving hack isn't about resisting. It's about rewiring. When you see cravings as signals, break the guilt cycle. Pause before reacting. Anchor new habits, and treat yourself with compassion. You shift from fighting your body to working with it. And when you work with your hormones, cravings stop controlling you. You start controlling them. Your cravings are the map, not the enemy. For years, most women have been told that period cravings are about lack of willpower or bad habits. But now you know the truth. Cravings are not weakness, they're wisdom. Your hormones create shifts. Your body sends signals. Your cravings are simply the language your cycle speaks. Chocolate isn't just chocolate, it's your body asking for magnesium and serotonin. Salty snacks aren't just junk, they're a request for minerals and balance. And the sudden pull toward carbs isn't sabotage, it's your brain searching for stable energy. When you learn to decode those signals, everything changes. Instead of fighting cravings with guilt and frustration, you meet them with strategy. You hack your hormones with the right foods. You stabilize your blood sugar before it spikes. You replenish minerals before depletion kicks in. You soothe your emotions without spiraling into shame. And most importantly, you reset your mindset. You no longer see cravings as the enemy. You see them as the roadmap your body gives you each cycle. A roadmap that, when followed with wisdom, leads you to more energy, better moods, balanced hormones, and freedom from the junk food roller coaster. This is your cycle, your body, your power. Ending line expanded. When you learn to hack your hormones, fuel your body, and reset your mindset, cravings stop controlling you. They become your compass, guiding you toward balance, strength, and true control every single month.